A refuge for all. Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge. These prairie oases, nestled within Colorado's Front Range communities, welcome visitors from all walks of life, from near and far, to foster an appreciation for nature. Here, time moves at nature's pace, and wildlife have the right of way. Lands once known for their agricultural and industrial uses are being repaired and regenerated on Rocky Mountain Arsenal, the nation's premier urban wildlife refuge. In 2021, your urban wildlife refuge is getting some big news and a big boost. From our leaders in office to our leaders working hard on the ground, the people who create true community at Rocky Mountain Arsenal are here to get excited with us.
Hello, I'm Martha Williams, Principal Deputy Director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
I'm Noreen Walsh, Regional Director of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's Mountain Prairie Region.
It's Michael Bennett.
My name's Ed Perlmutter. I'm the Congressman for Jefferson County and Adams County.
I'm Benjamin Huseman, the Mayor of Commerce City, Colorado.
My name is Renee Bullock, and I'm the President of the Friends of the Front Range Wildlife Refuges.
Hi, I'm Stacy Gilmore, and I'm the President of Denver City Council.
Hi, my name is Joseph Cordova. I'm the Director of Youth Programs for Groundwork Denver.
Hi, I'm Monique Rivera, and I'm a Biological Science Technician here at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal Refuge.
I'm Cynthia Martinez, Chief of the National Wildlife Refuge System.
I'm thrilled to announce that Commerce City's, Colorado's Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge is the recipient of $1 million annually to support their flagship urban wildlife conservation program. This long-term funding increase will support a diverse conservation workforce, climate core stewards, and inclusive opportunities for local communities to experience nearby nature so that we may all build back better.
This new urban wildlife conservation program funding will be an incredible asset, and I am so proud of the recognition that it brings to all the communities surrounding the refuge.
The Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge is a treasured place in Colorado. Located less than 30 minutes away from the steps of our state capitol, the refuge presents an incredible opportunity for people living in cities to see roaming buffalo or flocks of migrating birds. These experiences help people see firsthand the benefits of wildlife conservation and protecting public lands.
Here we have this fantastic open space with all sorts of wildlife right in the metropolitan area, especially Rocky Mountain Arsenal Wildlife Refuge. We have thousands and thousands of kids who can benefit from coming out here to see the open space, to see eagles, to see bison, to see deer and rattlesnakes. I've seen rattlesnakes out here. It's amazing to have this right in the middle of the metropolitan area.
We really appreciate having this refuge here as part of Commerce City, and it has been a great partnership between our city and the Fish and Wildlife Service in order to provide opportunities for residents and people across our state to come and experience wildlife that they are normally not going to see in their lifetime.
This is one of the largest urban refuges in the United States. This is our diamond in the rough, where our children can come out here and see what it's like to have nature right at its doorstep.
The refuge was one of those spots close to home that we could actually take kids and their families to learn about it and learn about the history of conservation. I was a volunteer out here at the refuge with Eagle Watch, and so my passion has been fulfilled by making sure that we can protect this and open it up to the community.
My first experience at the Rocky Mountain Arsenal was with Groundwork Denver. Part of our Green Corps program. I was 18 years old, and my crew was focused on removing invasive species. And it was really interesting to be out here in nature, not too far away from the city. And I had lived in Denver my whole life prior to this and had never been to the Arsenal. Working with Ranger Tom was really awesome and very educational. I would say that my favorite part of my work is being able to introduce youth into nature, as well as helping nurture that connection. For me, I had a few people walk me along the way and kind of just take me through those steps, and to be that person for someone else to inspire that connection is my favorite part.
I started my career here at the Arsenal as an intern, actually, with Student Conservation Association, working with other youth corps such as Mile High and Groundwork Denver. It was interesting because after that I got a hiring authority and was able to really push myself into this position and get those connections with people from not only diverse walks of life, but who are also passionate about conservation as I am. I think working for the Refuge means directly conserving and preserving these beautiful public lands that people enjoy, and also really putting your heart and soul to it, because at the end of the day, these lands are here for people to enjoy and you want to share that with the surrounding community. Watching the community being able to come and enjoy your work, whether it be the habitat restoration work you did or just releasing the bison to an area where they're able to see them more, seeing the community react and get excited over the little things that you did really puts a smile on your face.
Through our urban wildlife conservation program, we strive to inspire the next generation of outdoor enthusiasts by working alongside communities in high population areas like your Mile High City to better understand local conservation issues and how they affect your communities. We will be able to expand racial equity through living wage opportunities for youth, improve infrastructure to provide more accessible recreational opportunities, and work alongside your community to address the many environmental threats that impact both wildlife and people.
The challenge grant that this wildlife refuge has received, and well-deserved, is $1 million. That is going to make this place more accessible to the Denver metropolitan area, and especially to minority students and communities that have been underserved for a long time.
Equity and conservation means that all the people that live around this area will be able to come out here and equally enjoy it. There are a lot of populations that will never see this if it wasn't for that equity and conservation.
When you have access, it means that you have more folks getting out. They share the information with their neighbors. You start to really develop that conservation stewardship. And when people care about something, they want to protect it, but they also want to make it better. And they want to share that love and that passion with others. And that's really how we continue to build the conservation movement across the United States. But we do that with communities of color and others who maybe have been excluded. And when you talk about biodiversity and how important it is for the environment, it's the same thing. We need to be inclusive and have that diversity of people so that we can do more and increase that conservation stewardship.
I envision the future for Refuge partners and our group as having more youth out here to the Arsenal to visit and build that connection with nature. There's not as much access to open space and wildlife in the inner city, and this being right here in the heart of the city is a perfect opportunity for youth to come and start building that bond and carrying that, back to the mountains and back to their backyards, and getting a lot of great work done in the process.
Another great benefit of the refuge being here is the health impact that it has on our community members. I'm standing here on a brand new trail that was opened up that allows our residents to hike, bike, walk, do whatever it is that they want in order to get some exercise. And there's no better setting to get that exercise than right here on a refuge where you don't know what kind of wildlife you're going to encounter. Today you may see an eagle, tomorrow you may see a coyote, maybe deer. There's so many opportunities here, as well as the black-footed ferret. I mean, you talk about a success story. When they reintroduced the black-footed ferret to this refuge, they had no idea it was going to be as successful as it is, and it's an opportunity to come out here and maybe see wildlife like that you're never going to see anywhere else in your lifetime. So it's really just great, the health impacts and the environment and just the surroundings. You can't beat a visit to the wildlife refuge.
I really hope that the community sees our work as meaningful and necessary. For example, I know sometimes when we do prescribed burning, if people aren't familiar with what fire does for native plant communities and how it can restore those, it can come off as daunting or sometimes portrayed in a different way than intended to. And I think that could really be changed with this funding. We can push more community engagement and really connect with our visitors and let them know what we're doing and that our work here is meaningful.
Propelled by public and private partnerships, refuge stewards at Rocky Mountain Arsenal, Two Ponds, and Rocky Flats National Wildlife Refuges will use this funding and these relationships to restore wildlife habitat. With continued support from our neighbors, we will connect people with wildlife and the land for generations to come.
The funding the Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge is receiving this year is testament to the work they do to advance urban conservation. Their efforts ensure that our kids and our grandkids can enjoy the public lands and wildlife that are so integral to Colorado's heritage, regardless of where they live.
The work you've already done has earned the significant support. Congratulations to your refuge and your community.
If it wasn't for the staff of Fish and Wildlife, none of this would get done. So I want to thank them and really thank them, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this funding. Thank you again.
For more information about Rocky Mountain Arsenal National Wildlife Refuge, please visit www.fws.gov/refuge/Rocky_Mountain_Arsenal. Thank you to the partners who made this production possible. Michael Bennett, U.S. Senator, Colorado. Renee Bullock, Friends of the Front Range Wildlife Refuges, President. Joe Cordova, Groundwork Denver, Director of Youth Programs. Stacy Gilmore, Denver City Council District 11 Councilwoman. Benjamin Huseman, Commerce City Mayor. Ed Perlmutter, U.S. Representative, Colorado's 7th Congressional District. Special thanks to Anne Friant, videographer, Jefferson County Open Space, Michael Morrow, videographer, Truth and Legend Productions.